Hey, YouTube. All right. I know it's late because usually I'm on here around 9ish, maybe 8. But I just got home. I tell you, I got to start my day off early, which I didn't. So I didn't leave the house until, what was it, 2:30ish? Not even 2:30ish. I think it was 3:30. I don't know. I got to look at my phone. So I just got home, went to, before I made my way home, you would think I would have went to the grocery store and I just wanted to buy some bread, then turn around into buying a little other stuff, not a lot. And after passing by, it went to so many WalMarts today, drove by all the Kroger. I get to the point where I said, "Ooh, I need to buy me some bread," and there really wasn't no reason to buy it. I could have waited till the next day, but I know it's late. It's 12:04, midnight, past midnight, past your bedtimes, way past your bedtimes. Who's on here? One person lurking in the background. I know the only person who'll be up at this time is usually Dorian because you at work at Teeter. I know Erica ain't up because people, everybody going to bed early. Shelly Shell. Oops. Yep, two people on here. Shelly Shell, when I was talking to you, my phone went dead. That's why the call dropped. So my phone right now is charging. It's time for me to buy me a brand new phone. Well, not really. I don't know. Hey, two people. Hey, come and say hello. You know the algorithm doesn't work when no one says anything. Hey, Shelly Show. Yeah, that was the issue. That phone. It's amazing how when you buy a phone, particularly the iPhone, the contract, well, put it this way, they had it where you lease the phone, which you lease it for like 18 months, and then you could buy it outright um, by paying 6 months. You own it. So next month is September, right around this time too, the 20th. That phone that I have, which it has, it's not completely damaged, but it is kind of got a crack in the screen, but not major. And then of course they say, oh, this water damage. They detect water damage in the phone. So it's always amazing how when you almost pay off a phone, all of a sudden you don't get the maximum usage of it. And I'm one of these people. I will have a phone and I will keep it until 3, 4 years, if not longer, to the point where it don't even work on the network anymore. Then I'll buy another phone. So I don't know. I'm debating about, do I want to even, even though T-Mobile has the iPhone 12 on us, but you gotta, they said they didn't. I asked them today. I went in there today to charge my phone up. Cause I was like trying to finish doing my assignments. I said, oh shoot. I get down to the last couple of stores and the phone battery going dead. And I'm driving the Corolla, which doesn't have an adequate, it doesn't even have an adequate cigarette lighter to plug it because I didn't drive the Rogue. I don't try to drive. You know what? I don't know why I got that Nissan Rogue. I hardly don't even drive that car as much. So I drive it, but not really. You need a power bank. Yeah, I had one of those. Man, in fact, I need to find it. Where the hell did it go? I had one of those too. Dang, what did I do with that thing? I'm gonna have to find it. I had one too. You charge it up and then it's pretty good. I can't figure out what I did with it. Oh, I don't know. I'll find out. But who else is on here? Shelly Shaw. I know you only said two people. So who's the other person lurking in the background? I know Tyson ain't on here because he would have been popped up. But I did forward a message to you, Tyson, so you could check your email. but you probably sleeping anyways. You know, y'all don't be past midnight, and this is usually late for me to be on. But yeah, yeah, I was talking and the phone went dead. I was like, God dang it. Then I went to the Kroger supermarket to buy me a couple of fiddles. Like I really wanted just to buy some bread, and that was it. And I ended up buying bread, 2 plums, bananas, chicken sausage. Well, and what else did I get? Something else. Oh, it had mozzarella cheese because you know I'm gonna make my lasagna tomorrow. So I know I had some cheese. I had some cheese, but it was probably not that much. But it was on sale for like $3, and it was like a I want to say it was 32 ounce of mozzarella cheese. It was a big bag, not a huge bag, but it was big enough, and it was pretty good price. I said what? So it was like $6, but it'll probably last me because I know I have some mozzarella cheese, but not anything to make enough with lasagna. And I'm not trying to do no big old pan either. I'm trying to do a I want to do probably it's probably a good size. I think I'll get me about a good number of servings for lunch and dinner, especially when I have to work Thursday at Amazon, and then I'll make that. And I think what I'm going to do is make it like meat, but also put some vegetables like in it. Oh, I already got me some garlic bread. You know, when I went to Aldi's when I did that grocery haul, I bought me 2 things of garlic bread. So I'm not gonna make garlic bread, but I'm gonna have it with the lasagna, put it in the oven. But yep, I will be having garlic bread. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put vegetables in it so I could use up. I got me some frozen kale. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put kale, the meat, and cheese. So I would get some vegetables in the lasagna because I'm gonna make my sauce from scratch. So when I make me, yeah, and and since the sauce is gonna be made from scratch, which is gonna be made from tomato sauce, tomato paste, um, crushed tomatoes, it's really gonna be more like a lot of vegetables because I'm trying to stretch the meat. Because I bought that natural organic meat that was so expensive. It was like 3 blocks at the Aldi's. So, it's like that little small block, but it's probably I know it ain't no 5 pounds. I know that. It's probably like 2 pounds. Yep. I always make my sauce from scratch. I had because the sauce in the jars tends to have a lot of sugar. So if I make it from scratch, and I don't put no sugar in my sauce either. You know how some people put sugar in the sauce. I said, "Ooh, that tastes." I said, "It tastes bitter." I said, "No, it don't." If y'all know how to put seasonings, and I ain't talking about seasoned salt either. I'm talking about like garlic powder, fresh thyme, and I think when I got that food box last week from Fresh Food, I think they had fresh thyme, so I'll be using some fresh thyme in it. But you'll see, I'm gonna make sure because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook it in the crock pot. So before I leave, doing all these finished assignments tomorrow, I'm gonna make the salt. I'm gonna make the I'm gonna ground beef the meat, put a lot of the sweet onions and peppers, and I'm gonna look on YouTube and see how people put it in a crock pot. And then, of course, I could set the timer. So by the time I get home, um, it will be cooked. And since the noodles that I got, it was from Aldi's, the lasagna noodles, it said that it was already not cooked, but they said it was. It didn't require that you have to boil it and all that stuff. So I don't know. I'll figure that out because I never really made lasagna. Yes, I have. That's a dang lie. I did make lasagna, but I don't make lasagna on a regular basis. So if I did make lasagna a few years ago, it was vegetable. It was eggplant with turkey. So I did that one time. Oh, it is. You know, your eggplant and you layer it and then you put meat. You know, I just can't have plain vegetable lasagna. That's boring. You know, it's different if I was vegetarian or something then, but always put a lot of vegetables in my spaghetti. When I make regular spaghetti, even when I do that, I put the spinach or kale and I cook it right within the sauce. Yep, three people's on here. Who's up at night with me at 12:14 a.m.? Yep, today was a long day. And the only reason why y'all don't see me in the background because I just got home. Shelly Shell, what you doing? You laying down in bed or you just watching? I ain't gonna stay here too long because I'm trying to figure out who the other two people. Who are the two people on here lurking in the background? Only person I could think of that be telling me. And sometimes, some people I know y'all be on there. They say, "Yeah, I'll be listening in the back." Let me see. I know Dorian usually watches from Harris Teeter working at night. So let me see who else could be. One eye open. David, you or Lillian. I don't know. I'll figure it out. One day YouTube gonna have it where people can't be in the background. They're gonna show it. They're gonna one day. Well, I guess when if they decide to do that. But this is StreamYard's platform linked to YouTube, but uh, but sure, how's that class going? Tyson's hiding. We'll see. I did reply to the message. So like they say, the ball's in your court. Hmm. And I know. One day YouTube gonna probably do that. You never know. I sworn years ago that I don't know, was it you? Maybe they did have it. I thought at one time YouTube had it where if you want to do a response to someone, you could actually do a response with video rather than typing in the chat. I swore they had that one time, a long time ago. If people wanted to respond, they could actually be in it. It's like a video, but you could actually be not live stream, like you invite someone in. I may be into it, but I don't want to. Well, well, put it this way, Shelly. You could do I don't think you want to do product support where people call in. I got technical issues. I can't seem to get this CD to work. Blah blah and all that kind of stuff. Unless you want to do like taxes, not do returns, because that's I'm not a full service person. When I do tax returns, I answer people about their questions about taxes and stuff. So I just know one thing. I don't really want to do I don't really want to do customer service like, you know, that's why I'm trying to do something totally different. That's why I'm trying to hang in there with Amazon so I could go and get training because I have to do is be there a year and then they'll pay 95% of your tuition to get a certificate. They don't pay for degrees, but one of the things you could go for that they pay up front, is medical billing. And so I'm still trying to, looking because I'm trying to prepare now. I'm trying to hang in there as much as I can with TurboTax. I'm trying to hang in there with Amazon just because of that. But Amazon, they hire people to work from home. You be working like human resources, when they call in and you don't have to really be working at the warehouse, but because they do have positions where they'll send you the laptop, you're working from home, and it's like HR. Um, Even at the warehouse, you could actually work as an HR person. You don't have to even be on the phone. Yeah, you do. When you get a call and they have a question about, they got a tax question, you have to transfer it to us. But I don't understand. You don't have why you have to get permission to do that when it's automatically in the that you transfer unless you work through a third party company. Yeah, medical billing is one of those. See, Amazon. Let me tell you how Amazon works. Amazon will pay for you to go to. They don't want people to do the same job all over and over again. So one of the things that Amazon prides itself in is offering training, and it's like different programs. And they got the Amazon Academy where you could actually be training in software development, and you don't even go to work. They give you a stipend during that whole 9 months that you're studying, and then they place you into a position after you finish the program. But the one they have where they pay for you to go to school and tuition. Um, Once I get to that point where the application process where I could apply is open, then they'll tell you which schools are listed. And this is in the United States and Canada. It's not just the United States, it's United States, Canada, and anywhere Amazon is, they offer that tuition program. They pay 95%. And once you're in school with Amazon, you could also they will also adjust your schedule where you say, well, I'm in school now. There was a fee if I was to transfer the what? That don't make no sense. I never heard that one. That must be some third party company like a Rise or some other company. You may have to apply directly through Amazon. You may have to apply directly with TurboTax. They still hiring. They probably need so many people now because a lot of people don't come back. I ain't gonna say a lot of people don't come back. They never have enough people. That's why they hire these third party companies. So if you go to, I'm going to contact HR tomorrow and ask them if they pay a referral, and if somebody wants to apply, is there a special link I could give people if they're interested? So, but if you're not into taxes and things like that, because it can be aggravating on that end too, because I'm in the chat or sometimes people talking on the phone, and then you have to be on camera. That's the thing. They send you the equipment and stuff, and you have to be on camera, and someone have to see your face. So, but oh yes, it's a great benefit. Shoot, I wish I kind of knew that before. Well, I did know before. I did knew that before when I was working there last year and even a few years ago. But it's like working in the warehouse. It's like if you could make it to a year in order to go to school, it's a great benefit. But Amazon has such a high turnover rate with people working in the warehouse. The ones who do work there for a few months, they manage to do something different. You know, they pretty much I don't know. I don't even know how many people really take advantage. I'm talking about people at the warehouse level and where I'm working at, because I was like, there's a whole lot of y'all seem like y'all just got out of high school or whatever. They're not talking about going to school, and then the ones who are in school, they already in college, and then they work at Amazon as an intern during the summer, and then they go back to UGA or wherever, and they're not even doing laborish work. They just follow people around with a little computer in their hand, and the ops manager. Yeah, half the time my camera didn't work. Mm, well, I don't know. Mine's work, but some people, they ask, "Can you share your screen?" And you have to share it. People don't even want to, they decline. I say, what? Let me just move on. But like I said, if you work directly with TurboTax directly, of course they're seeing the equipment. You're not working through a third party company. The pay is probably going to be higher than what you were getting. And I even I get benefits even working. Well, after so many hours, I get benefits, but I do have the 401k with Intuit too with Fidelity. You know what I told you earlier about my government thrift account? I also have a retirement with Fidelity, and I have money invested with them. I put that match too. So every year I come back, they match it just the same. But this is not in Fidelity. It's another company. It's some other company they use. But it's just, so I got to keep track of what I got because sometimes, you know, when I get almost 56 or 58 or whatever age I could reach to be retired, I need to make sure I keep all that together so I know when it's time for me to get my retirement funds because I ain't trying to be working at 70. Mm-mm. I know my mother works at that age, but she does because she wants to, not because she has to. And she's doing something where she went to a whole new career. Like I tell you, she went into the ministry and work at the jail in McDougal and counsel people, those inmates and stuff. Whatever she does, that's what she does. And they was trying to, ask her to stay. And it was like, oh, why don't you stay? In 5 more years, you'll be fully retired with the state of South Carolina. So my mother got dang retirement from the state of New Jersey, New York. Then gonna be South Carolina. My mother collected her retirement. She told me what she knows. My mother ain't gotta work. She ain't got no house to pay off. Nothing. She ain't had no student loans. I was like, dang. I was trying to me and my sister. We never did, do nothing for her when her birthday come. Like your big birthday. Well, my mother act like she never want to do nothing. I ain't celebrating no birthday. And then after that, when you don't do nothing, then I heard, but she ain't came out directly. But I do want to do something because she will be 73. See, my mother might be 72, 73, but she's not like, you know how some people, when they get to a certain age, they, well, she is get you do slow down physically and stuff, but mentally and physically, she just goes, she's still able to go around, do by her business. Even like my grandmother, she's 92, 93 years old, and she still walks around in the yard. And I said, "What you doing?" She says, "Oh, I was walking around the yard, raking leaves. They be raking leaves and stuff." And I ain't talking, I got a video on that too. I never put it out there. I ain't gonna never put that on YouTube. Yeah, my mother, she only had me. She was 19. My mother's not old, and she used to play basketball in high school. And I remember, how old I would have been. I would say my mother was probably in her 40s, 50s. She was going to the park every morning to do jogging and stuff. My mother always be like to say, "I ain't been big like y'all. I ain't been big. I ain't been fat like y'all." You know. But see, you have to keep yourself up at. That's why I'm trying to work right now. And luckily for me, I've been in pretty good physical shape most of my life. I would say in the last maybe 10, I won't say 10 years, but I've been improving on my health. I did fall off the bandwagon within these last couple of years. But because I was looking at my Facebook page, it went back to how it goes back 7 years, and I remember 7 years I was really into fitness and trying to get back in shape, and I had looked at my um because I think I had my little breast reduction 7 years ago too, because I was huge in terms of like the top, and even though I lost weight and stuff, it wasn't fitting my statute. So right now I got this little gut. I was like, oh my god. I looked at myself. I was like, oh, I got that little. I don't know, menopause. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going. I have not felt no change. You know how people say, oh, you don't get hot flashes and just that. I haven't experienced none of that. I have not experienced that. I shouldn't call it either. But I'm just trying to eat a little bit better, even though I didn't eat good today. I mean, yeah, I had these two beef hot dogs from the gas station at Quick Trip, and I was like, and I was doing. I did that 2 days in a row too. I had no business going to eat no hot dog at no dang gas station, but it was beef hot dog, and I was like, ugh. All that food I got in the house, and I was sitting there eating, got the hot dog, and I wasn't even, you know, and I didn't know. So I need to drink a lot of water tomorrow. I don't think I drank any water today. Nope, sure didn't. Yeah, I need to drink a lot of water tomorrow. And I bought my water filter thing. I still didn't take that thing out the box. You know how you get that big jug, you fill it up, and then you put it, and you get cold water, hot water. I still did not take that thing out that box. And so I'm gonna go to tomorrow morning. I'm gonna take that jug, and then when I go to Kroger or Publix, one of them I'll get 5 gallons of water, fill it up. I think I'm gonna find Primo. Primo's supposed to be really good. Primo water, I'll fill it up. Because buying cases of water, that's too many bottles. I did buy that boxes of water, spring water. It was what's that dang brand? I know I told Erica about it. And I always buy it when they have it on sale at Publix. It'll be 12, and it'll be, I still got, matter of fact, I still got me some in the dang Nissan Rogue. But to be buying all those cases of water, at Aldi's. It's good to have when you're driving around and stuff. But one of these YouTubers, you see these people talking about, the food shortage. They were saying to invest in a water filter because they said that, because when, God forbid, something happened, everybody want to buy up all the bread, all the water. What else people be buying off the shelves? Because, things are real limited. I went to when I went to Kroger last night, on my way home, I went to Kroger and I went to the meat section. They had a whole lot of empty spots, but it still had substantial. It still had meat, but it was a lot of empty spots. And I bought 2 natural honey ham. It was Hormel, which is usually no chemicals and junk in it. It was on sale for $5. So I bought 2 of those. I said, it'll make me, I said, this will be good. And then I bought this Private Select Kroger bread, 100% whole wheat, no sugar added. I made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before I ate since I didn't cook dinner. So it said there was no sugar in the bread. And I was like, this tastes pretty good. It didn't taste too bad. Even though jelly had sugar, peanut butter probably had sugar, but they had a sale, 2 for $4 for bread, but I only bought 1 because I don't need to buy 2 loaves of bread because I'm not going to eat all that bread like that. I bet the 5-gallon plastic container. Yeah, I bought that on Amazon. But they also sold those gallon waters as well. But I can't figure out, do you rent it or do you buy it and then you have to bring it back? So I'll fill up that one tomorrow and I'll take out that water filter thing out the box tomorrow. I just can't believe it's been over a month. I have all these boxes and stuff all over the place. And then tomorrow I'm supposed to get my foot bath. It's supposed to come to get delivered tomorrow. And I bought me a weed eater with an edger. I got that. I need to take that out the box. I got that a couple of days ago. But then the people came to cut my grass Monday. I look out the window. I see they came and cut my grass. This is a service you could it's called you could go and get your grass cut every 2 weeks. It's supposed to be every 2 weeks, but they were like, something came up. Oh, it's like Uber for lawn care. And you sign up, and if you're a lawn care business, you can actually sign up for this company and you can actually get customers. Now, the thing about that is they're not going to get paid $80. We know, whatever. Like, say they charge to cut your grass. It'd be $70, $80. People always want to be high robbery, just because of a little hill. They want to jack up the price. I'm like, you're crazy. 80, there's one Mexican guy, $125 to cut front and back of my yard. And you ain't cutting no hedges. You ain't trimming no trees. I was like, no, I'm not paying 100 something for no 0.5 acres. And it's not even 0.5 acres. It's, I'm like, In the past, to cut my grass, normally it'd be like $55, $60, Here they come talking about 100 and something. Ain't nobody that stupid. I ain't that desperate. I'll cut that grass myself if I have to. And then they were like, okay, we bring it down to $80. No, when you telling me 100 something, you try to high robbery, jack me for my money, and then you trying to tell me 100 something. These are Mexicans. You don't think Mexican people be so damn scheming like that for jack up your price? It ain't like you cleaning out the yard. You just cutting the grass. You ain't fertilizing nothing. And they trying to talk about 100 something dollars. Y'all crazy. And then some of the people, they jacked up on their price for the cutting people grass. We do every 2 weeks. And that's 2 week price. That's not a month. It'll be $90. They be trying to jack these people up. I look around my neighbors and stuff. I used to always hear the lawnmowers going off all the time. Every time I go out the window, somebody cutting grass. Now, I don't see that as much. I used to see those people come to my neighbors, certain neighbors, they be coming every 2 weeks like clockwork. I said, what are y'all cutting? They ain't got no grass. Now I know it's been raining a lot this summer, so the grass do be growing out of control. But prior to that, I know some people grass didn't need to be cut like that. I said they'll cut all the damn grass to the point where ain't gonna be no runoff. Where you don't cut your grass to all down to the dirt. They be cutting people grass. I said no. They cut my neighbor next door grass one time. Looked out there and said, "What the hell they doing?" My neighbor just cut that grass, and they be up there cutting it. Nope. You ain't getting me like that. I know my grass need to be cut to the galore, but it was cut Monday. So now that I got my weed eater and the edger, and I got that electric mower, that electric mower, Michelle, is pretty good. So I'm going to try to maintain it. And then, yeah, I've been trying to maintain it myself. And then I'm be like, nope. So I'm gonna have to see what they charge me on this go round. When they cut my grass, I didn't check, but like I said, it's a company like Uber where people just network of different lawn people, and they'll just go and put a bid in. They either say oh, and they'll do it. It's never the same person. There's always different people. It's just like I told you a couple weeks ago. That guy came and ordered Uber Eats, and that Buckeye girl came to my drive-through talking to me all crazy. That was the guy. That was a company, a different company that came to cut my grass that particular week. Almost 3 weeks. I think it was almost 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I want to say it was almost 3 weeks ago. He came back. I gave him a 0. And then I told him I wasn't going to pay for the service because he didn't even cut. He didn't even blow the debris away. He half-ass did it. I said, what about this right here? All this weeds growing from the cracks. And he looking at me and didn't even do it. And had left all the clippings on the sidewalk. And left all the no, it was on the sidewalk on the street. He didn't even blow it away. I'm only getting $20 for this job. It ain't my fucking problem. I ain't tell you. When he first came up, I was gonna ask him, can he cut down one of the bushes on the side of my house because it hasn't been done in months and it's overgrown. And I ain't got no ladder. He acting all stupid. I had a ladder. If he had the thing, I would have paid him $30, $40 to trim up that bush. And asked him how much do he normally charge to cut the grass. And I didn't have to go through that company to wait for someone to get it to do it. He was so rude. He talked himself out of the job. I asked him was one little question. I ain't got an attitude. I was like, what? And then you gotta order Uber Eats while you on the job, and then you have some girl come pulling up on my drive-through like she delivering food to me, and I was like, I didn't order anything. The address said, the cockeyed bitch. I know I said I wasn't going to be calling people that no more, but it just took me there. She come up there with that white car with all that scotch tape taped up in front of her car like she crazy. And then she was cockeyed. Literally, she was cockeyed. I'm telling y'all. I was like, I'll punch you dead in your eye talking to me like you crazy. Can you move your fucking car? I mean, really? Boy, I swear I couldn't even. I was trying to find the number to Uber to report her, but since I didn't order the food, I don't have the Uber Eats app. I said, you know what? You talking to people like you crazy. That ain't gonna. You don't get yours. She would get hers, drive around with it. I mean, she literally had scotch tape, not duct tape on the car. On the bumper, she had like regular old white clear tape, and she must have had about 50 billion things on that thing holding up that car, driving up like she crazy. See, That's what you get when you cock out and can't see. Crashed up your whole front in the front of your car looking damaged. I mean, it wasn't even almost damaged. It was like, ugh. I was like, dang, where did my dang camera go? At the time when I needed, I could have pulled out that camera, did a video, and showed y'all. I was like, dang it. But y'all had to see it to believe it. You have to see it to believe it. So, yep, so the grass is nicely cut front and back. But now that the fall is coming, because let me see, next month is September, it'll start to cool down a little bit. And because already Walmart and Lowe's and stuff, they say, hey, the fall. So those people who were driving around cutting grass and all that stuff, their income about to be limited. I mean, yeah, people are still gonna get the lawn done for the leaves, but I think a lot of people are cutting back because my neighbor, he was doing his own yard. Um, the neighbor across the street, he always done his yard. The two neighbors across the street, they always done their yard themselves. And I don't see as many people doing that lawn care service like they used to. So I think people are kind of like, I seen people, neighbors and people I drive out the subdivision. I see older women, men, they just raking their own leaves, cutting their own grass. They ain't hiring people. That's money that you got to save. And to be honest, I need to be doing it too. I need to cut back on some expenses, and that's going to be one of them. So I tried it out, and I said, that's too aggravating when you're waiting for people to show up and they don't come, and you get messages, I'm busy, I got things to do. I'm like, and you sitting here waiting week 1, week 2, going on the third week. Then the grass looking all crazy and the weeds going out of. I said, nope, I'm gonna do it myself. Matter of fact, once I check this last bill, what they charged me, I'm gonna cancel it and say, I got the weed eater with the edger, and I got the electric mower. I'm just gonna do it myself, maintain it myself while the grass is cut. So next week, Sunday, Monday, I'm just gonna go out there and do it myself. I'm gonna cut it while it's cut low and maintain, and then figure out what I need to do when the fall come and rake those leaves and do it myself. That'd be great exercise anyway. Matter of fact, when I was doing my own yard, even just raking the yard, not raking it, mowing the lawn, I had my Fitbit on. And I actually, like 30 minutes, I burned off, you know how your heart rate monitor shows when you're in the fat burning zone? I was actually in a fat burning zone, like you're doing regular workout, like running and walking. That's how much you was doing it, and it calculated that as a workout on the Weight Watchers because it's synced, and it was like you burned in the fat zone burning, and that's a good. And it was a small yard. It ain't no big old huge humongous yard, and it's an electric one too. And I was just walking it down the yard. So that's what I'm gonna do. Who's the 3 people in here still? I ain't gonna stay here long because I'm burning up. Let me turn this air conditioner on. I thought I had it on automatic, but I turned it off completely. Now I'm gonna turn it back on because all the windows are shut. Ugh, 82 degrees. I put it on automatic because last night it was on automatic, but it was kind of cold. I was like, ooh, and I got 2 units, one for upstairs and one for downstairs. Yep. But the thing about it is that the company outsources to anyone who sees it. They just have to accept it. It's just like Uber. It's just like a Uber Eats. Someone, you just have a lawn care service and people say, oh, I could take this job, and they tell them how much they pay them. I pay the company pays them, and I guess there's a fee involved. But that fool was like, I'm only getting $20 for this job. Well, that's your fault. You took it. I didn't set the price for $20. If he wasn't so damn rude, he would have gotten $60 because he would have got $20 to cut and the edge, and I would have paid him $40 with the Cash App or whatever, and tell him to, and then say, okay, how much do you want to charge me? And you could do it every other week, and you would have a permanent customer. Because if you have like these Mexicans, and most of them are Mexicans, see, they have a list of clients. They already got their base clients that they deal with, plus more, because we busy. They busy. They be having a whole subdivision. There's 700 houses in this subdivision, and some people got maybe 20 customers they deal with every 2 weeks or more. I don't know. But if they have 20 to 50 people that they deal with and they do 3 days a week cutting the grass, they can't take on any more clients when you ask them. Because I asked the one who did my neighbor yard in the cul-de-sac, and I said, well, he in Mexico. I said, really? All of a sudden, they in fucking Mexico. You ask them, yeah, I need someone to do my yard. And they, he in Mexico, but then they came over and did my neighbor yard 2 weeks later. I said, how did you get them to do your yard? When I asked them, I don't know. I just spoke with them. They be just lying through your teeth. Shoot. Because see, they think, because see, I have like a little incline. So I guess they ain't trying to do nothing hard. They just try to get easy money, and they up there cutting my neighbor yard. I said, you ain't cutting nothing but dirt. Driving up and down that dang lawn. Look, I said, you ain't cutting nothing. They know the grass is not even healthy. And they just cutting it down. My grass be healthier than theirs. Than the name, because I don't be doing, you ain't cutting it down to nothing. And I'm so glad I didn't follow up a few years ago. And so it's about, we could get you a new lawn. And there's other neighbor, 4 houses down. They were trying to get into the lawn care business. First, you told me $1,500, and they could put new sod and replace it, this and that. I was like, no. Then they said, oh, we could do. Then they were trying to keep me on the phone. I said, I'm busy. I'm about to go out somewhere, and they holding me hostage. Okay, we could do it for $800. How you went from $1,600 to $800? That's what I'm talking about. People don't know how to price things, and then that's why you're a scam. You quote one thing, and then when you say no, and then you keep calling me and calling me and calling me and bugging me. See, you don't know how to do the job, because you shouldn't have to guess how much you think it's going to cost and think that somebody's just going to sure, go ahead and tear up my yard and put some new sod and just tear it up and put nope, hell no. I said, well, what other house did you did? And I said, well, you show me. And I looked, and then they cut down, the tree was cut down, and they did nothing. They did nothing special. To be honest, if I had a way of getting sod and renting the equipment, I could do it myself. To be honest, you just need certain kind of garden equipment, and go to a plant place, buy some sod, and put that sod down and water it in, and that's it, and cut to the point where you need it, and know how to measure the square footage of how much you need. Or go on YouTube. There's a lot of videos to show you how to do stuff. But the only thing about it, most people hire other people to do it, like myself, because one, I ain't had no tools, and I thought that it was something that you needed professional people to do. But there's a lot of things you don't need professional people to do. Unless it requires a license like plumbing and electricity, a lot of stuff, to be honest, I can learn to do it myself. I got me a Yorubi toolkit I bought a couple months ago. It finally came out the box, and I finally got it out of the bag, and I ain't did nothing with that yet. Remember I told you I was gonna remodel and start doing some things like the bathrooms and the kitchen, and I still haven't even took those things out to do it. And I'm not saying I'm wasting any money because eventually I would have to do it. It's just that I'll be so tired, you know, working, running around, doing all these other things that I just need to stay home this one day or weekend and just say, you know what, let me start this project. So, but other than that, I think what I'm doing is simply just making a little bit of money on these different survey apps and all these different apps, and just setting a budget. So, because when it's time for me to buy certain things, you know, I've been watching a lot of videos, and especially during the summer, when I was watching people do their own bathroom remodel, and they would, do their own tile, and then this one guy in Canada, he was like teaching people how to do certain things. It was like a lot of things are remodeling, and he says you could learn how to tile. And I was watching when I was working at Maximus when I was supposed to be on the phone and no calls were coming in. I was watching these videos 8 hours a day, watching him putting tile, how to tile a floor, how to tile a wall, how to fix um, drywall. I got a big old hole in my dang ceiling right now. The water spilled over from the bathroom upstairs, downstairs, and this whole ceiling in the living room is destroyed. And I need to fix that. And I have the drywall. I have a piece of drywall. I have the equipment, the tools, because I went and bought it. All you do is cut it out, tape it, mud it. I learned all of that on YouTube, how to do mudding. And I was like, dang, that's what mudding is? And it wasn't hard either. You just have to, slap it on the wall and then you spread it out. I was watching the whole thing. Maybe I'll make that a video one day, not a live stream, because I don't want y'all to see me on live stream like doing something like that. When I start doing these home improvements, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna put up. I have a little tripod and I could tape it, and I'm gonna show y'all and say, "See, look y'all, and see if I could do it." Because I can't wait. I don't have nobody to help me do it. Okay, it's 5 of y'all on here. Where is Tyson? We usually jump on here. I guess he ain't come on tonight. Unless I didn't, because I didn't show my face. Because some people say they don't like the avatar. But I said, this is my face. That's what I look like. Even though my hair needs to be done. But pretty much it's the same. I'm going to let my hair grow back out. So, I think, let me see. Ooh, it feels so rough. I need to do a deep conditioner. I need to do a hair mask. Put a plastic cap on your head, do a deep condition. My hair's so dry. So I'm trying to let this grow back out, and I would say maybe by the fall, my hair should be at a good little length. Not as long as it used to be, but I think it should be a good little length after a while. All right, it's going on. I'm going to go 3 more minutes, and after that, I'm going to bed. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so that means tomorrow night. Hopefully, I'll be home at a decent time tomorrow. I don't want to be all over the streets, but that's why I gotta start these assignments earlier. You know, at least after 9 o'clock when rush hour is over and people are in school and there's no school buses to worry about. Because if I start earlier, not start at 3, 4 o'clock or 4 o'clock, 4:30, but earlier, I could be finished by 8, the latest. Tomorrow's assignment is going to Kroger's and checking on the Waterloo. This is sparkling water, and I need to print the sales paper or whatever paper I'm supposed to print. I'm gonna print one. Like I was telling you, Shelly Shell, you don't need to print for each store you go to. Just print that one. If it's the same for each, if it's the same ones for all the stores, and say it's one store, Kroger. You make sure you have the associated attachment for that because you want to make a copy. It don't have to be color. And like I said, what I do, I make one copy because half the people ain't gonna take the paper and it says, "Can you order from this?" No, they're not gonna do it because most of the stores, the managers do not order. So I put I just have their little attachment if it's required, and I just keep it. And I just use that one paper and I just take a picture from each of the assignments and go from there. Because like I said, I don't got no paper to be wasting, and people, they're not going to take it anyway. They're not going to know what to do with it. They're going to like, I don't know, so. But it's pretty much a very simple assignment. I've done this before. Last year, I went there, make sure the Waterloo products were out, and straighten them up, take a picture, ask them, do they have any more in the back that needs to be put out? Most likely it's going to be none because most of these stores, um, if they have it in the back, they'll tell you, but most likely it won't because it's mostly already been set up. So, but it won't be a long process. It's just basically going in there, looking and see what they got, taking a picture of the item, and looking for any display if they have it. And that's it. And it tells you the time or the time frame, how long it takes to do each assignment. When you look on there, one day I'm gonna figure out how to I'm gonna do a tutorial about survey and showing people how it looks. But the thing about it, every region or every area is not going to be the same. It's always going to be different things in each area. So one, I may get something and someone else may get something different. It's all based on the area. So, but anywho, all right, I got 3, 2, 1, 1 hour for y'all on here. Nobody else saying anything. All right, well, I know Shelly, you probably got one eye open. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Good night.